Okay, guys, I'll see what I can do here about doing a thorough video to explain the situation here. This is 1985 Honda ATC 250SX, and it's a while back. Geez, I can't remember now. It's probably been back in the spring. I was kind of searching around for some projects to flip or whatever, and I came across this bike. And it was over 2 hours away from me, up in the mountains, and I was having a real hard time getting away at that time for being busy or whatever. And the guy sold it pretty darn quick. It ran great. It looked about like it did now, but a little better condition. The plastics were in better condition. So anyway, kept searching on Craigslist for something, and a few days later, this thing pops up again. So I thought, man, that thing looks familiar. Now it's a little less money, and the guy's kind of like wanting to sell it really fast. So, I contacted the other guy and I said, hey man, is this that three-wheeler? Can you tell me anything about it? I'm talking to this guy and he's like, it runs great, this or that, but that guy's crazy and he's weird, and, be careful with him. It's, he rides mopeds, and you got to meet him somewhere and ride down a mountain road, and it was just a crazy story. Well, I couldn't get hooked up with the guy because he couldn't get cell service or something to text me. He had to go on top of a mountain where he could pick up Wi-Fi and this and that. Make a long story short, I missed it again. Somebody in Baltimore bought it, so anyway, kind of forgot about it. Ended up you saw the XR project and a couple other ones. So just so happens that somebody contacted me about trading for something else, and here it was, this three-wheeler again. So I just, I kind of thought that was pretty crazy. But so anyway, it's kind of meant to be type thing. Each person it's went through, it's gotten worse, because the last two guys had no business owning it. They were not mechanically inclined and had no idea what they're doing. They kind of made things worse. But basically what we got is, I think the one guy, the second guy, obviously had it running because he bought it running. And in the course of him having it for a week or so, he basically screwed the thing up and they couldn't keep it running, didn't run right. The other bad thing is that the second guy wrecked it and busted the axle on the left side of the bike over there, the rear axle. So right now the bike's only propelled by this one wheel over here on the right side. So I got to get that straightened out. And I know that's not going to be fun. It's not going to be easy to find the parts and so forth. Well, the second guy got it, and they were basically just, riding it like that, I guess, tearing it up. The bearings shot. The wheel's just wobbling around on there right now. I actually just took this thing for a ride. I picked it up today. The tank was full of that crap you can see in the other videos. Number one of this 250X 001 video. You can see there was water, dirt, milk, paint thinner. There was all kinds of crap coming out of that tank, and they were wondering why it wouldn't run. So basically I drained that gas out. You'll see on that one video. I drained all the gas out, flushed it out. I didn't even take the carburetor off and clean it. I opened the bowl drain screw, and I poured some good gas through it and flushed it out, basically. Flushed the tank out, put the tank back on there, and it works like a charm. Thing runs great. So it has no brakes on it. Tires are dry rotted, but not real bad yet. The axle over there is busted. But anyway, you guys know me by watching the videos. This thing's beautiful to me. These things are golden. I can always count on them running. I buy them unrunning. I don't, I used to say, man, I take a heck of a gamble buying these things not running. But if these old Hondas like I do, they will always run. Basically, I mean, you can kick the thing over when you're buying it and see if it goes clunk, clunk, clunk. Then, you're either going to leave it or you're going to rebuild the motor. I kick it over and the thing spins like a Singer sewing machine. I'm taking it because I know it'll run. And sure enough, it did. And I rode it today. So, I picked this thing up for, hardly anything. You know me. Basically, the guy almost had to pay me to take it after I was done with him. Showed him everything that was wrong with it, and so on and so on. That's just the way I roll. But anyway, I'm going to do a really good walk around of it and everything. I just kind of want to give you the background, tell you the story. So you'll have to follow along. This is going to be a project again, and I will get this thing straightened out and get her fixed up. I have a whole bunch of work just piled up on me. Hadn't done a lot of videos lately. Life got in the way and some drama, unfolded here at my shop, not with me, but the landlord, manager, and so forth. There's been a lot of stuff going on. So, typical life stuff, but I got a whole bunch of projects I'm going to work on for customers. I got the old Ironhead Sportsters back in my other videos, and that's going to get a whole bunch of work done on it. They had it for just a couple days and tore the clutch all out. So anyway, I got a bunch of work to do to that, and I got a 97 Buell Cyclone in that I went up to New Jersey and picked up for a customer, and we're going to get that shaped up. I've got a four-wheeler in here that an ATV I got to get running for a guy that's been sitting 7-8 years or something. Anyway, I got a bunch of stuff. So anyway, I won't ramble on too much more. 1985 Honda ATC Wish 350 250 SX project. So stay tuned. Thanks, guys.